We're live. We're live, and the Scotland team's obviously out. I'm not expecting too many people on this, but I don't really care because this is just for a laugh, and it's just a test to see how it works. So the Scotland team obviously is Angus Gunn, and there's three waiting, three waiting. Is that right? There is Angus Gunn, Jack Hendry, Ryan Portis, Scott McKenna, Andy Robertson, Aaron Hickey. Celtic missed it on a cracking player with Aaron Hickey. Callum McGregor, Scott McTominay, who people thought it was Celtic were going to try and get, been playing not too bad for Man United, and John McGinn, Ryan Christie, London Dykes for Scotland. Um, interesting. Baz, what channel is it on? It is on Viaplay Sports One. Viaplay Sports One. I've got it on my Fire Stick, so it's on Viaplay Sports One. I can't show it on here because I get done for copyright, unfortunately. There are some other channels that are showing versions of it, but it's computer generated versions on YouTube. But yeah, it's on Vidplay Sports. Looking forward to this. Viaplay. Yeah, it's on Viaplay. Says James. It's good that there's a few people on. Wasn't expecting too many folk on. It's good to get away from talking about Celtic all the time. And this is going to be an interesting channel where we're going to watch sort of more European games. I'm looking forward to this. Obviously, I know quite a few people that are down in Seville, Hill, Paul. I know a good few folks that are down in Seville. My cousins and family are all they've got they're at the game. Hoping, we really think that can Scotland do it again? Can Scotland win in Spain? Can Scotland win in Spain? Looks like they've just finished watering the pitch. The guys are out forking the grass. Good Scottish turnout. Good Scottish. Some of the pictures that I've seen that I got sent. This is a cracker, actually. Let me see. Where is it? All the pictures that I got sent from my mates down there. That's one of the best fans of alcohol. That's a flag. Only Scotland flags can take crazy, crazy banners like that. Crazy ass banners. Like Helen's in one of the Scots. Get you all up. One of Scotland. I never usually watch Scottish games. I never usually watch Scotland games. I stopped watching Scotland games ages ago, but I thought it was time to start watching, especially if they're going to get to the finals next year. So that'll be interesting if they can do that. There is no party if there's no Scottish fans there, is there? What do you think the score will be tonight? What do you think the score will be? It's 9-4. I'm not expecting loads of people on this. Not like the other channel, the Celtic channel, but it all starts with somewhere. They've obviously got people talking on the pitch before I check the fans out. The fans are looking impressive in that part of the stadium. Kickoff is in another 10, 11 minutes. It's an interesting team. See that here's this team lineup again. When you look at the subs are Kelly, Clark, Suter, Adams, Cooper, Gilmore, Armstrong, Ferguson. Pardon me, I had a right hangover today. Ferguson, Brown, Taylor, Patterson, and McLean. Interesting. I'll be lucky if I last the whole hour of this, an hour and a bit of this. My goodness, what? Spain's defence. Get some comments up, make it interactive. Spain's defence there to be took. If we can get the service to Dykes, people have been going on about the Scotland keeper and saying that it would be value for money. Obviously, Celtic are looking for a keeper. Do you think he'd be the keeper that Celtic would go for? Not too sure about that. Not too sure. But it'd be interesting to see how this team play tonight. Play in Spain. The temperature here tonight is still warm. Temperature where we are just now, anyway. It's still 23 degrees at this time of night. Still 23 degrees here, so it'll be the same down the coast. I think it's a little bit warmer. Let me just it's gonna be about 23 degrees for the players on the pitch, which isn't too bad, at this time of night. At this time of night. Obviously, it does get dark here about 8 o'clock at night. It's about 7 o'clock UK time. It gets that. The Scotland team looks all right. It does that. We'll get the team back up. Spaniards talking on the telly. When you look at the team, Angus Gunn, Jack Henry, Ryan Porteous, Scott McKenna, Andy Robertson, Aaron Hickey, Callum McGregor, Scott McTominay, John McGinn, Ryan Christie, and Lyndon Dykes, which is always an interesting. I think it'll be the formation that they play as well. It'll be interesting to see. It's because he does get a bit defensive minded, doesn't he, Clark? Does get a bit defensive minded, but sure, Ramsey's in the house. Even Baz, Scotland game, also not as invested as with Celtic. It's a bit like me, sure. I've watched. I'm watching it because I want to see. Usually, if Spain win, there'll be fireworks and everyone go outside here. They kind of go a bit nuts when they win things, but they don't watch as much football as they used to. The Spanish don't watch as much football as they used to, which is always weird because it's a fanatic, it's a football fanatic country. But when it comes to the national team, the Spain's interesting because it's a whole load of different regions. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds to do this on the phone. What are you trying to get it on? All right. Okay. Search. Search. 2 seconds. I'll just do this. There is adverts on the telly. Um, your keyboard's tiny. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Go and give me that drink out the fridge, please. Yeah. Thank you. The hand of God. Let's hope the fireworks are kept in the box tonight. Yes. I hope so because the dog doesn't like them. Even Baz. Oh, yeah. So that one. Stuart. It'll be interesting to see how Scotland line up. Kickoff is just about 7 minutes away now. There'll be another set of adverts. That's one thing, but when we watch it on the telly, that many adverts on the TVs these days. But they've got to pay for it somehow. Quick stroll of the stadium, but we've made it. Just looking at folk in the stadium. It's a cracking picture. Stadium's looking good. Stadium is looking good. What's your thoughts? Let's get some more comments. That was only 10 foot watching, but that's fine. That's fine with that. That's she really got somebody else on. Let's see who's kicking about. Is perfect. Hand of God. Hand of she's even came through with a halftime pie already. Look at that. That's a empadilla, which is basically a pastry. But they are absolutely gorgeous. Spanish. Start the game the same way as we did in March, says James. Right, I'm off to watch it properly. No offense to you, Baz. No worries, Stuart. No offense at all. None taken. I'm going to work out how I can get it on the screen without without it going against YouTube's terms and conditions and stuff. Right, beat it, dog. Scotland team lining up. Andy Robertson, the skipper. Why is the captain of Spain got headphones on? I've never seen that before. Why has the captain of Spain got headphones on as he's getting ready to come out the tunnel? Is he expecting it to be that noisy? Is he expecting it to be really, really noisy? That's a bit weird. In the other game, sure. So Scotland really need something for us to basically automatically qualify, don't they? Yeah, they come out that stadium in Seville. Scotland team coming out to the pitch. Oh, there's a Scotland flag right behind it. So that's obviously somebody that's got Spanish residency that's managed to get into the Spain end. Scotland flags. Spain obviously going with the notion of peace with regards to Israel. James, that's the last time we heard from Scotland. Yeah, he probably did that. Peace. European qualifiers. Wonder if Spain will get a fine for that banner, considering it's talking about politics. When will we see the lights again? Ryan Christie. Do you think he was as good at Celtic as what? I mean, he was a good player. Young Hickey. And the volume's now not working on the television. I have no idea why. I can't even have the volume up. Scotland singing the national anthem. It's one thing, the Tartan Army do travel in good numbers, don't they? Yeah, what's she doing with that hat on? Come on, did you see that? Spanish woman with a crazy ginger tartan hat on. Because that's how everyone dresses in Scotland. That's how everyone dresses in Scotland. Yeah, we've all got tartan bonnets and ginger hair. Some of us just have bonnets and no hair. Because we shave it. Spain. Spain players got a sweat on already. Why is the Spanish players all sweating already? Is that the nervousness? Nervousness. Spain players are all sweating already. It's not going to be for the heat because 23 degrees to them will be cool. He looks as if he's worried, that young lad. The Spain players didn't look too happy, did they? It's a really youthful team that Spain have got these days. Young Spanish boys. They do need to show more of that. Two managers. That is some stadium. That is a cracker of a stadium. You know, Spain doesn't have a national stadium, which is weird. But it's not really weird because then what they usually do is they take it around the country. But they have played quite a few games down in Seville. They're looking under pressure. Yeah, Paul, they do look. The Spain players did look really nervous there, and they're going with a 4-3-3. Spain. lot of pressure on Spain tonight. One of the weird things when talking about Spanish teams, when Madrid get beat, or if they're playing really bad, everyone in the stand waves a white handkerchief. A white handkerchief. They don't boo them. They don't boo them. They wave a white handkerchief. It's pretty weird. And the Scotland team, 5 at the back. Well, surely he's not going to play 5. Does Scotland actually play with 5 at the back? It's going to make it interesting. That's going to make it interesting. Surely Robertson and Hickey will push up, and they'll go with a back 3. Spanish players get down in their huddle. McGregor looks over awkwardly. I'm experiencing his trademarks. It's James. Spanish players do look under pressure, though. If Scotland get the first goal, like, get me. So Scotland are about to kick off the first half. God, Scotland, go and nip a goal in the first minute. And that was a complete waste of a ball right for the kickoff. What the on earth was that? No Scotland player ran forward, but the Scotland team decided to kick the ball up the park. Scotland team decided to kick the ball up the park, and there was no one there. Scotland take the throw in, right to a Spain player. Spain just switched sides with it. Imagine playing with, I can't believe that Scotland actually play with 5 at the back. Can't see anything but a Spanish victory, to be honest. The way that Scotland line up, they're going to put real pressure on themselves because there you go. Oh my God, Scotland are so lucky there. Scotland are so lucky. Spain almost scored with 1 minute 10 on the. And as I said, Scotland playing 5 at the back. No, Spain will push their 2 right up. That should have been in the net. That should have been in the net. Spain should have scored already. Spain should have scored already. My goodness, man. It's a wake-up call for Scotland, surely. I mean, they were playing a flat-back 5. You can't play a flat-back 5 when there's 2 strikers like that, and Spain will push up. Spain will got the throw-in. Stevie Clarke's looking trim. Spain knocking about at the back. Spain coming forward again. Scotland are sitting back in that flat back 5. And Spain have got now 3 up front. Playing 5 at the back is just criminal. I mean, it's fine when it gets like this, but the further that defence pushes up, Spain are just going to hit them on the break. Spain might have looked nervous before the game, but I tell you one thing, they're the team that have just settled down. It's only 2 minutes 41 into the game, but the passing with the Spanish players, Scotland have hardly touched the ball. Spain now got a corner. Spain now got a corner. Scotland get everyone back in the box. Every single player. They're not expecting to get a break on the ball then. Ryan Porteous. Come on, Ryan Porteous getting pushed over. Scotland. Is that hit it for another corner? Yep. Another corner to Spain. Another corner to Spain. Second corner, 3 minutes 48, 9, and it's the second corner for Spain. Spain have already had one shot. Oh, Jesus, that's another one. Goal kick. Spaniard down, holding his face. Say that he got hit. Oh, come on, mate. The two yous died for the ball. Try to claim a penalty 3 minutes in. Scotland are lucky still to be at 1-0 just 4 minutes into the game. Notice that the defence is now spread out a bit. Callum McGregor trying to get the players up the park a bit. Because if you sit back against this Spanish team, they're gonna beat you. Surely. Remember the night Clarke paid It never did, Paul. Jesus. Was that in this current run of games? Obviously they've been winning games, but I mean it's not football. I mean that's not football at all. And it's fine if it gets the job done and it gets to the European final. Do you know what I mean? No, it was Levine. That was Levine. Yeah, I can remember Levine played that. Levine played no strikers, I remember. No strikers at all. Mad Craig Levine. Scotland have got a throw it. Someone's going to be like corner this throw in. Pretty much is like a corner. Spain get it back out. Good cross in for Scotland. Oh, yeah, it was never going to come to nothing. Hey, that was a handball. What was that all about? That was a foul. Pulled it back for the foul. See when you, why is the TV not working? The volume. So that's, you can see that was first chance that they've had, isn't it? Scotland. Scotland back in their defensive lineup. They are a bit high out the pitch for playing that lineup. It leaves the midfield really, really empty. For a Spain point of view, they should be hitting that other side of the pitch. Right hand side of the pitch, because that's where they're going to do most damage, if you ask me. And then the ball give the ball away. Yeah, it was Levine. Yeah, I thought it was Levine. Thing is, Spain are they're going really back tight in defending. So they know that Scotland's obviously going to try and hit them. Right, there's Scotland going down the wing. You're going to struggle when Spain have got numbers back like that. Spain doing it again. It's National Spain Day today as well, so the Spanish will be expecting a victory today. It's a national holiday here in Spain. It's their national day. They have events on during the day and stuff. So Spain will be expecting a win on their national holiday. I feel for Scotland fans that are in Spain just now because everything would have been closed today. Most of the shops and everything would have been closed. So if they were wanting a carry out, and just drinks that cheap, they go to the pub. 8 minutes 38. I'm only going to do the first half of this game actually, because my guts is killing me. But it's a good one to get the first one up. Tell you, here comes Spain again with another one into the box. Tell you one thing, Scotland better look out for that Spanish number 7, because he's playing right in the back of Hendry. And I think he'll do Hendry for pace. Scotland come away with it in the Scotland box again. Scotland are sitting far too back. As long as the pubs are open, the fans will be fine. Yeah, the pubs will all be open. I can confirm that the pubs are, some of them do shut actually. Some of them do shut. But the pubs would have been mobbed. That's really spicy. That thing that I mean. Didn't expect it to be. So Spain coming down the wing again. The thing is when Scotland come out and get the ball, there's no one up front. There's no one up front. Because they're sitting that far back. I mean, we're sitting with 5 at the back, and then I mean, it's all good defending and that, but it's like the Spanish will say, what a rubbish game of football to watch. Spanish aren't used to watching teams with, especially playing with 5 at the back. It's unheard of in Spain. They would just say, well, they did say the last time it wasn't football, and they got beat. Spain getting out to that wing again. Because now we know how other teams feel when people are sitting back. Scotland just sitting right back, just inviting Spain onto the ball. Far too. Good block for the Scotland player there. Spain are just camped in. This is going to be a long night. A long night. I can't, it's because I've got this. Are you going to eat it? Yeah. Yeah, I'll eat it. Right, get it. Go. Spain with a corner. Again. It's going to be a long night for Scotland. Even longer. But I wonder if Scotland would change their formation if that goal had went in the first minute for Spain. Wonder if Stevie Clarke change the formation for that? Would he change the formation? Would he maybe not play 5 at the back and try and push some people up front? Because I mean, the furthest person up the pitch there was Callum McGregor. It's going to be a hard shift for these Scotland players just sitting back. It's like Scotland aren't even trying. The Spanish will be hating watching this game. Spain just kicking it about, trying to entice Scotland players out. The Scotland players they're not even. When was the last time they were in the Spanish half? Good couple of minutes ago, anyway. Every single player on the pitch is in the Scotland half. That's something. That's something that I never thought I would say. Just see them something about Real Madrid wanting them. Just seen a post that said something about Real Madrid wanting them. Wanting who? Callum McGregor? Oh, way. It's going to be a long night. Scotland's here. Like Scotland have finally got the ball. Every player is still in the Scotland half, though. Every single player is still in the Scotland half. It's bizarre. What's the score? The score. I'm going to put the score on the screen. Actually, it's 5-4 call. Let me just do a little banner here and create banner. Keep the score up there. We have the score on the screen, and then we can change it. But we are 14 minutes and 42 seconds into the game, and every single player is still in the Scotland half. Scotland are basically sitting right that far back. It's unbelievable. I'm surprised Scotland haven't had more penalties given against them if this is the way that they play. And for about the last 3 minutes of the game, 4 minutes of the game, every single player has been in the Scotland. In fact, probably about 5 minutes. Every single outfield player is in the Scotland half. And it's up to the Spanish to try and break Scotland down. Scotland sitting in the back five, and the Spanish are just kicking the ball about, trying to pull Scotland team out. Spain go again. There's that number 7 I was telling you about. He's got the ball. He gets it in. Back post. Oh. Andy Robertson saves the day a bit there. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be a really long night. Every single player is still in the Scotland half. Spain get another corner. This is something else to watch. Ball goes wide. Spanish player gets a header to the ball and it goes wide. I don't think it was really a shot, was it? It was just he was just kind of flicking it on. Right, will Scotland manage to get out their own half? He was behind them, too far behind them. I'll tell you one thing, Hendry had his arm around the player. If that player had jumped for the ball and decided to just go down, come on. See, this is what I told you. Scotland almost got ripped open there. Spain score, I won't know what to do. It's Scotland have kind of pushed out a bit. And come on, the Scotland players running back the way now. Come on, we've got players in their half. Go forward. Go forward. Make a game of it. There's that number 7 I was telling you about. Spain at it again. Oh, I'll tell you off. Total miscontrol that. Total miscontrol that, the Spanish boy. Scotland flying by the seat of their pants here. Surely Clarke will never get another. He'll never get another job at club football level if he's going to play 5 at the back. Could you imagine watching that every week? That would drive you nuts. But he did do it. He did something similar with Kilmarnock, didn't he? Scotland have actually got 3 players in the Spain half. Oh, no, it's back down to 2. No, there's 3 players. We should actually give the Scotland team a cheer every time they get in the Spain half. Spain coming again. Just no Scotland trying to break forward at all. Don't pass it about out the back there. Gee, it's just balls like that. It's just not helping Scotland whatsoever. I mean, every single player again are still in the Scotland half. The past 8 minutes, there's only been about 30 seconds worth of play in the Spain half. And again, every single player in the Scotland half. Spain kicking it about again. It's going to be a long night. Long, long night. Let's get some of the comments. Let's read some of the comments. Welcome, Jeff, James Dillon. Jeff Ray says Spain is always going to come out flying. They need to beat us more than 3-0. Is the group actually? So I'll just update this. Match day 7 of 10. The upside is there's still a few games to go. So I mean, Scotland are. Let's just say more about this game. So here are the stats so far for the game. Spain have had 5 shots on target. No, 5 shots, 1 on target. Spain have had 80% of the possession. Well, you can believe that because Scotland have been sitting far back. Scotland 20% possession. Passes 149 so far. Pass accuracy by Spain is 89%. And then Scotland are giving away 2 fouls. We're setting up 4 corners. Has that just added another one? 5 shots. 5 shots by Spain. And only the 1 on target. I mean, Spain are sitting second in the group on 10 points. It's mad to think that Scotland are sitting there on 16 points. It's one of the. You're just not used to it. You're used to Scotland sitting where Georgia sit or something, or Norway, and maybe Norway, and you're thinking, oh, can we try and finish second? And that's always. But Scotland, fair play, 5 wins. Scotland going for just sitting. I'm sorry, but it's just Scotland sitting far back. Most teams in Scotland play 5 or more at the back against Celtic at Parkhead. Says Paul. How many people? I can't see on the phone. There's only 10 people on. 10 people on, but it is the first video on this channel, so I'm not too worried about how many people are on tonight. It's something that's going to build and build. But when you look at there's Spain again. I mean, if this guy goes up, it's every single player again is in the Scotland half. Spain player gets a whack in the Tadger. And the Bobby gets whacked in the Bobby. I'll tell you one thing. He went down more than what he did. In Scotland, they're going to say that's a penalty. Scotland team actually in the Spanish half for a change. I think this is the most Scotland players that have been in the Spanish half. They're now on the retreat again. With Spain got the ball. Scotland need to start defending from the front. Sorry, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, sitting back like that, they need to be pushing up on Spain a little bit because if you play like this for 90 minutes, Alan McGregor getting whacked off the ball there. Spain are right up for it. I think they're angry at the way that Scotland are playing. Spain give away a foul. I would have said that was, if he didn't give away the foul, that was a corner. 23 minutes, 36 in. Scotland finally pushed players forward. The long ball comes out for the keeper, and Scotland get a foul in the Spain half. Scotland do get a foul in the Spain half. Will this push players up? Will this push players up from Scotland? Because all they've done for the last 18 minutes is basically sit back in the start. Come on, that was a... Scotland are throwing everyone up. Now every single player is now in the Spain half. Something I never thought we would say this half. It's something that we've never said. Robertson's going to hit the ball. Jack Henry currently offside. Don't just throw the ball right in there because he does it as well. Too many. I knew there was nothing would come of that. Jesus. Oh, come on, Callum McGregor gets pushed out the pitch. And that was a waste of a free kick as far as I'm concerned. That was a waste of a free kick. You've got to land that pinpoint on a Scottish player's header, especially if you're with the way that the Spanish are going back and defending and tight like that. There's Spain coming again at Scotland. All the Scottish players retreat gracefully to their own half. Retreat gracefully to their own half. Can you hear that music next door? Is that coming through? Go turn that down a bit. Jesus. Scotland again, everyone back. Sitting that back five. And I've got to be said, every single player, again, for the majority of this 25 minutes, has been in the Spain half. Get an update on some of the stats. Update on some of the stats from the game. Scotland are making them go forward, but there's no one there. There's no one there. Scotland players got. Oh my god! Oh, the foul given up. No foul. No foul. No foul given. John McGinn. Oh, it's never a foul. It's never a foul. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it was a foul. Two of them going for the ball. 81% possession for Spain, 19%. So we've actually lost 1% possession, 89%, 200 passes, 202 passes for Spain as it currently stands. And Spain just kicking it about at the back. Paul Emery's in the house. Evening, guys. How's it going? It's going. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's a hard watch. This game is a hard watch. It's a hard watch because Scotland are playing with five at the back. Every single player has been in the Spanish half. There's Spain coming forward. That number 7. That was close. That was close. Scotland are just. I mean, everyone's playing the way that the manager wants. Clarke's taking notes. I don't know what he's taking notes for because it would be better change. He's never going to change his tactics, are he? He's going to stick with the 5 at the back and stick with the 5 players at the back and then just hopefully hit them on the break. Hit Spain on the break. Scotland finally pushing up a bit. And now they're starting to play a bit of football. This is more like it's Scotland. Kaiser's in the house. Your legend. Kaiser is in the house. Are you watching the game, Kaiser? You want to come on live with me? It's one heck of a game so far. 28 minutes into the game, the stats speak for themselves. I mean, Spain are sitting on, they're still sitting on 81% possession. 81% possession. The majority of the game has been played in the Scotland half. These stats are not updating quick enough, though. Scotland have only had 49 passes, according to these stats. Both teams have given away 2 fouls. Spain are still sitting on 5 shots and only the 1 on target. If that one had went in, that one in the first minute had went in, it would have been a completely different game, because surely Scotland would have to come out and push up a bit. Almost every player bar one is in the Scotland half again. Spain will kick this ball about all night. Spain will put I can imagine the Spanish media tomorrow, complete anti-football by Scotland. The Spanish media will be like, that's not football. Scotland did not play football. There's that number 7. Hits the side net, and it was offside. Why did he pull it up for offside once he'd made a couple of tackles? Scotland totally. He's going to do them for pace all day long. Why did he wait till he actually hits the ball into the side net? Scotland living dangerously. Scotland players finally crossing the halfway line. Gunn kicks the ball out. Spanish players being head to head. And then they'll just hopefully, if Scotland just stay pushed up a bit, they're not closing down. The Scottish players just aren't closing down. I was watching the game on the fire stick upstairs. We're not in the same room as the PC. We'll definitely come on and give me a few ones. Set the screen up. The missus could use the kitchen. Yeah, that's it. Spain. I'll send you the link for it. Invite. Norway leading 1-0. What does that done to the group then? That puts Norway, Spain. So Spain, and it's not updated on this group standings. Anyway, we'll just do that. It's a Norway game. Right, get that link for Kaiser. Copy that. Sweet. Every single player again in the Scotland half. Messages. Yoon boy. Keeper bar no good. Sports bar okay. Got a Swedish Big Larson fan. Yeah, keeper bar is good bar. Kaiser, you should have that. Norway next up for Spain. Yeah, that's a must win for Spain. That's the must win one for me. Sorry, I'm going to have to eat. I'm starving. Showing you the Norway goal. I must be behind you, Paul. But Spain will be like, right, they have to win. Which could play into Scotland's hands. But Scotland are sitting far too far back, which is a trait of this manager. But I think playing 5 at the back against this Spanish team. I mean, they've shown every single player again. It's 33 minutes into the game, and Spain coming across. Oh, it's off the post. Goal kick off the post for Spain. Off the post. Sitting in like that, you're just gonna you're asking for it. It wasn't offside. How unlucky was that by the Spaniard? Would have been a deflection. That's the deflection. Deflection off. I think it was on. I was about to say unlucky. Oh dear. The downside of staying in the country that you're playing. So Spain have come close twice in the first 34 minutes. And it's not there's quite a lot of empty seats in the Spain end. Which doesn't surprise me because they're not really as big on national game as what they used to be. Keep showing that goal off the post. I've got to say, that was unlucky for Spain. That was unlucky. I mean, if that's Scotland that's taking that shot, Scotland players taking that shot, Scotland player getting booked. Dyke's yellow carded, striker yellow carded is probably the most exciting thing that he's done in the whole game. Now, the Spanish will target him. That was a harsh. You had your hand up, Dykes, you know what I mean? When you play European football, you got your hand up at all, you're going to get booked. Stevie Clarke taking notes. You're behind by about a minute, says Paul. That's the joys of fire sticks. The joys of fire sticks. I can't even come off it and try and come up. Don't root for me if Spain score then. It's because this is a nightmare. And it's like, how could Dykes get booked when he's done? I mean, he's not even getting the chance to even try and do anything. There's Spain coming again. What? Oh, Scotland have to defend for their lives here. Every single player again in the Scotland half. Every single player in the Scotland half. And I can understand the Spanish press. I mean, they're going to go nuts about this game. They're going to just say, what a worst game of football. Entertainment wise. I mean, Spanish like to be entertained with their football. And the Scotland team just sitting back like this. The Spanish media will have a field day with Scotland tomorrow. No matter what the score is. Even if whoa, Spain's offside. Scotland are totally. Was that offside? Yeah, it was. Spain will score. Spain will score. There's no way they can Scotland contain this Spanish team for the full 90 minutes playing like this. Now, Steve Clarke does. Hats off to him. But what a complete bore fest. And Scotland's best hope is for it to try and get a corner. Spain goal offside. Yeah, I know Paul, it was offside. That's why I didn't put it up on the screen. Why is the main striker taking the throw in? That's the most bizarre thing ever. Scotland with one of these massive long throw ins by the striker. Spain kick it out. Spain playing with a bit of urgency because Scotland players aren't as far back as what they were. And there's lies the problem. Scotland trying to get the ball forward, and there's just no one there. And John McGinn was looking forward, and he's like, John McGinn's the furthest person forward. That's the most bizarre game of football ever. But Scotland get the result. They only need a point, and they've automatically qualified for the Euros. Telling Scotland to hurry up. Scotland getting another one of these free kicks. Oh, he takes it short. Come on. Oof. He'll get a free kick for that. Stevie Clarke. What's the pastry? It's they call them an empadilla. It has chicken in it. It's quite interesting. Spicy. It's Argentinian. It's in Argentina. I think Dykes will get subbed at half time. I think so too. I hope so. But it's hard for him. He's playing up. He's meant to be playing up front, and I've got to be honest. They've never even had a chance. The Scotland players getting some water in them. Temperature in Spain just now is sitting around 22 degrees. Yeah, they're going to have to watch Scotland because it is nice, Paul. It is nice. It's in Argentina. They've got a lot of South Americans over here, so you get a lot of South American influence on their food. Wonder if Spain do what Scotland is, mad. Scotland fans. There we go. Give them something to sing about. Is there still a player down injured, or are they just having a what? Andy Robertson dislocated his arm. So Scotland are going to be forced to make a change. They need to do something. Hopefully Robertson isn't out too long with that injury because he's pretty important to Liverpool. Patterson coming on. Oh, he's broke his wrist. He's broke his wrist. Jesus Christ! I hope he's not out for long. Hope he isn't out for long. 12 seconds. Probably keep him on and get sent off. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about Dykes as well because he's got that yellow card, and if I mean he's not pressing at all. He's not pressing anybody forward. Do you know what I mean? I would say your best line of defence is attack, but that's just something that Scotland done. 44 minutes into the game, and it is still 0-0. It is still 0-0. It is still 0-0. But Spain have been camped in. Spain have been camped in the Scotland half. My goodness, this has probably been the most exhilarating YouTube video ever because this game, I was expecting a bit more from it, but I didn't realise. Well, I should have realised that Scotland just play five at the back, and the Spanish media will just like that. Just wasn't football. Surely Scotland have to try and do something. 3 minutes of extra time in the first half. 3 minutes of extra time in the first half. I tell you one thing: if I was watching this, I'd switch it off too. Oh my goodness! I'm not being funny like, but when Scotland players pass it back for the halfway line to the defence, there's like trying to get the ball, but he's not got any pace on him compared to the Spaniards. 4 minutes of extra time. My goodness, where's Kaiser when you need him? That's really Spain. Come on, Scotland. Fabrizio, 20 finalists for the Golden Boy plus Wi-Fi. Okay. Oh my goodness, honestly, this is a hard watch. For 45 minutes, every single player pretty much has been in the Scotland half. Spain free kick. I wonder what age the average age of the Spanish team is these days. Well, that's quite a youthful team that we've got. Scotland. See what people on land or Twitter are saying. 4 minutes added. I know that, Paul. Big blow for Scotland. Robertson leaves the pitch with a dislocated shoulder and bleeding from the mouth. Dislocated shoulder. That wasn't his wrist. 2 minutes 32. Spain are still going forward in the Scottish half. Cross comes in and it doesn't get past the first defender. First of 5 Scottish defenders that are at the back. 5 Scottish defenders. You never thought you'd say that. In the studio, oh, there he's there. Let's get Kaiser on. Put some headphones. Right. I mute the sound on this. So just mute the sound on this. Oh, you've got your Celtic top onto you, mad man. Here we go.
Yo.
That was hard. That's a hard watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough, bro. Tough watch. I don't know how the draw would affect Scotland right now. You know what I mean? If we're going to play for the draw and try and play this out, but it doesn't look
I
like we're
think
doing much else.
no, I think they're just going to go for the draw and get automatic qualification.
Yeah. We're definitely solid, resolute. You know what I mean? Spain don't seem to be breaking us down too well, but it's a hard watch, like you says.
It's a hard watch. I mean, the stats for themselves. I'm trying to update these stats.
Bro, I wear a Celtic top every day, Baz. It's my duty, bro,
Spain,
living in Ibrox.
Spain, like the possession, this possession has actually changed a bit now. We've went down to 78% possession for Spain. Spain have had 345 passes, 90% accuracy for their pass. Scotland had 22% possession. Scotland's only made 100 passes that first half, and the pass accuracy has been 70%. Spain have had 9 shots at goal, and I'm saying one on target. There's been more than one on target. There's one off the post. I suppose that was. And they're saying only one on target. Scotland have had no shots and no shots on target. What do you expect? I tell you, that was difficult first half to watch. What do you think? I can't even
echoing the same thing as you, brother. Really.
Aye.
Thanks for bringing us in again, Baz, my man. And in case I don't get to speak to you again, happy birthday when it comes on Friday.
Yeah,
21 again, bro.
That's it. I'll probably do a Celtic video tomorrow morning. Didn't do one this morning because it's a national holiday here today in Spain, so people tend to go.
There would be big interest in the national side then, with it being a national holiday, but also
it's weird because families. Aye, they tend to do more family time than but the pubs. I mean, I have found it bizarre that the pubs. I mean, years ago the Spanish pubs would be completely mobbed, but if Spain were to go on and get to the later ends of the competition when it comes around, if they qualify, because it looks like Norway might be chatting on the door. But
and they'll go in at half time and hear that news as well. You know what I mean, Baz? And they'll step up their game. They know it's all to play for now as well.
Exactly. But as far as the games went, I mean, it's unbelievable sitting that far back. You're going to invite it on, and you just.
As I say, we do seem solid. We're resolute. We're defending really well.
Defending really well, but against a good side, it only takes one chance. I mean, you see that shot in the first minute and 13 seconds of the game. I mean, that just went past, and then obviously the one that hit the post, and then there was one disallowed. I mean, we could have been sitting here a completely different story this half and been 3-0.
Yeah, we could be 3 goals down. You know what I mean? Spot on.
And then, but would the manager then change? Would the manager then change anything?
Does he have the option to change? Does he have the options for the bench to actually change the game? You know what I mean? Tactically, he's going to be resolute.
Right, but I think for me, it's formation-wise, I would change. I mean, you're wanting. I mean, he'll be happy enough with a draw, but if you've got the chance to win 6 out of 6, I mean, that's bizarre that we're even talking about Scotland winning 6 out of 6.
I know. Tell us about it, mate.
It is completely unexpected. I just do this.
I actually just went and found a wee source for it there on the old Facebook, rather than get back up the stair to watch it, so as I could come in. You know, I put the green screen up so as the family can get using the kitchen behind me. I didn't iron that or anything. You know what I mean, boys? Don't fucking judge me.
Mine doesn't lie on deal. I never use it these days. I never use it.
Well, when I use it for streaming, you get me, bro. When I'm doing gaming. Usually I've got a green screen and I've got a blue screen. And because I always wear the hoops, if I cut the green out, it cuts the hoops.
Yeah,
so I need to use the blue screen. Nice,
bro. Well, people don't realise that. Folks that do any of the channels, they've got a blue screen sitting behind them. The irony of that.
and then when I use the blue screen and cut the blue out, it cuts my eyes out. So I end up with invisible eyeballs, you know what I mean, mate?
Like Stuart Ramsey says, that was some defence at half time there, Baz. Some defence the whole game. Paul Baird says the match is brutal to watch. Yep, it is that. And do we go through our draw? It says, sure, let's get these comments up.
Yes.
We'll do that. Yes, we do go through our draw. We are sitting in the group as it stands. Starts trending group. We're sitting on 16 points just now. Spain are sitting on 10 points. Norway are now on 10 points because they are winning. So that's what I mean. It's coming for the top two to automatically qualify. Spain need to get something out of this game from a Spanish point of view because they play Norway the next game away at Norway on Sunday. When does Scotland play next?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not exactly positive of the next time we play, bro. In all honesty. So I wouldn't just go and spout it out.
I have no idea really. But the fact that we're sitting 16 points, we're sitting on maximum points, goal difference of 1, goals for 12, which I think is completely unbelievable that Scotland managed to score 12 goals in this competition if they've been playing like that. But fair play to them, they've done it so far. And Spain are sitting right behind us in 10. I mean, Spain can't. I mean, if Spain get a draw, they're going to 11 points. Surely. Scotland. Why is that not updated then? Norway playing Cyprus.
Yeah. Norway playing Cyprus. Norway are 1-0 up.
Yeah, they're 1-0 up. Interesting.
Cyprus have not won a game. There's also Georgia. Georgia sitting on 5 games. Spain are sitting on 5 games. So I would think it's Spain and Georgia playing next. All the rest are on 6 games.
Lineups. Yep. Timeline.
I just whipped the stats up and I'm just looking for the fixtures. But it started to... Sometimes you Google things, bro, and it gives you misinformation. Purposefully.
You
know what I mean? Make you look like a clown.
Yep. You're sitting reading stuff out and folk are going, no, you're talking nonsense.
It says we've got a game on Tuesday, the 17th of October, and it's France versus Scotland. And then we've got Georgia versus Scotland on the 16th of November. So that's the next. That's the close of this group, basically.
That's the close of the group. I mean, Scotland, they're definitely going to go. I mean, they're going to get there one way or the other. Which would be fantastic. I mean, folk will start booking. But then they don't know where they'll be playing in Germany, so folk will be looking forward to that.
Yeah, exactly. And I heard news that we are going to be hosting the tournament as well in 2026.
28.
2028, is it? Sorry, my man.
2028. And it's at Murrayfield.
I know.
Of all the grounds.
Hampden, I heard it was happening.
It's Hampden. Hampden, sorry.
And I've been to Hampden recently. It is an absolute dive. So I've actually get casted out of Hampden, bro, for setting off pyrotechnics when Kyogo scored in the cup final. I was that guy. I was the guy in the paper. They were like, that one guy set off pyrotechnics right behind Angie's head. Like, I knew he wasn't staying, you know what I mean? I've seen his face after the game, like same as you, mate. I judged him instantly and his demeanour, his character.
I know.
The way he was bringing the scenery in, you know what I mean?
Yep, yeah. Especially when he's standing there and he's just taking it all in, he knows it's it. And anyway, that's for another channel. Scotland fans at half time, how do you think they'll be thinking? They'll be just hoping, just as long as we get the draw and it's fine, we get a draw and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've done it. And that's as far as they're concerned. The Spanish, from a Spanish point of view, the Spanish media will be absolutely berating Scotland for this type of performance because it's not the way that the Spanish game is played.
It'll be along the lines of the old anti-football played by Scotland. And
Yep. That's it. It'll be. It's like, they'll just say that wasn't football. It wasn't football that Scotland played. Playing 5 at the back.
You get me, Baz, at the exact same time. You've got to play to your strengths. You know what I mean? Scotland don't have the flair players, those high-class players that the Spanish do have. And
but even pushing forward a bit, even just getting the Scotland players just to, that's the lie. I mean, the Scotland team sitting that far back. Spain have had 9 shots on goal, 1 on target.
Yeah.
Scotland's only had 22% possession the whole half.
No shots on target.
Game. And
no shots.
No shots at all. No, nothing. Nada. It's like, come on. It's Scotland have had 3 fouls. Spain have had 6. 1 yellow card each. Only 4 corners for Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be right, surely, because I think they have 4 corners come in the first 10 minutes of the game, didn't they?
Which is weird, was I was going to say, for Spain, because Spain are notoriously slow starters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People always say that about the Spanish, they're notoriously slow building into their game. But they seem to have started going out to win this game. They are at home, you know what I mean? So they are going to go out and look to win and get a result.
They'll want a result today because, I mean, it's been their holiday and that as well. They'll start to feel the wrath of the fans the second half. I don't know if there's some empty seats that behind the goals up the top. Some empty seats in the stadium. Stuart Ramsey says, well, you've not got the quality of the opposition, you do what you can do. Exactly, Stuart. But it's not good to watch. If you're a neutral watching this game, you probably turned it over and went and watched the Norway game. Let's be honest, because if you were a neutral, you'd be wanting to see some entertaining. You're like, Spain, yeah, it's going to be a pretty entertaining game. And then Scotland line up with 5 in defence and then basically just camp in. I mean, I'd love to see. I mean, I know that the stats say that it was it changed to 78% possession. It was at 81% possession at one point, and that possession, the majority of the time, you know, people just will be thinking every single player for the best part of 45 minutes was in the Scotland half.
Now, to all those Spanish players, Baz, I would say, hola and welcome to the SPFL. This is what we get every week. Teams entrenched. It's hard to break down. Look at the quality of Spain and look at them struggling to break it down. This is what we watch.
And that's true. And Celtic fans going about the sort of passing side to side stuff, and you know, we're now sitting watching a game where it's basically happened. Scotland are doing it. So, yeah, where do you go for there? It gives you nothing to talk about in the game. That's the thing. It gives you absolutely nothing to talk about at half time, because you can't say, oh, if we could change this. I mean, it's like, what does the manager go in and say? Because it's his tactics that he's got to be delighted with the fact that it's 0-0, considering the chances they've had. But as a player, I mean, you've got, some of these players play for like top teams, and they're used to attacking football, you know. And
when there was one, there was second half, but I'll leave it until after the stream, right? Right. Shouting abuse at the telly.
But when you look at there was one that was John McGinn. He got the ball in the Spanish half, and he looked up, and he's like, he's the furthest man forward, and there was nobody trying to run past him. You know, there was nobody at all, and you're like, oh, that's the way that the manager set them up. So why do we panic every time we get possession? Says Stuart. I've no idea, Stuart. It's weird. It is like that. They've just set it up to try and get that draw.
Yeah, see through the storm. And obviously, I've seen the difference, Baz, right? I've played football in Scotland, right? Not at a professional level, but amateur level. And I also went and lived in Tarragona, just outside Barcelona, if you've got a list, right? So, but that's the way to say it. So I went out there and I stayed there for like 7-8 months and was playing a bit of football there. And what I found the key differences in the way they develop players was like, still, even when I was out there, I was like 17, 18 years old, and they were developing player skills and you were having fun playing football. Where when I was here in Scotland, it was playing for guys who had hit a few jars of beer and were just shouting, melt him, sticky heat in him. You know what I mean?
I see it. I mean, you see them
completely different.
It's the old thing of playing football on the beach. I mean, they actually do that here. They play football on the beach in their bare feet. And it's all about skill. It's all about controlling the ball. It's all about skill with the ball. Baz, I would have turned that bride, but sure. Tell me about it. But I've been on here myself, so
yeah, he's got a chance now to get a break in the
chat. That's it. My Fire Stick has just froze. Typical.
Yeah. I went and got a new one actually, Baz. A wee guy who does my Fire Sticks for me. I always attempt to advertise the boy, but you're wary, aren't you? But like you need to pay money to the Fire Stick. You need to pay money to this boy. He's always updating the links. It always works. It's always there. So if anybody wants any information on that, social media, you know what I mean? Get us on Twitter. See the name. The name was there.
The name was there, right? How's it not? Wait a minute.
Cause the comments, I think, Baz takes the names.
Yeah. Offline. This program is not currently available. Oh, come on.
Refreshing the links, bro. I've got the VPN on it as well, where you need to activate the VPN just in case.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds because I need to open it. I've got that internet. My
you take your time, Baz. Time is all it, and I'll entertain everybody. Look,
you entertain everyone.
Oh,
I've got other channels on. It's Viaplay Sports, isn't it? Spanish. Let me just check if it's Viaplay Sports that's went down. Oh, there it's back up. That's the teams coming back out. That's the teams coming back out. Are you on the same time as me then? Have you got the teams out, or you already got the teams out?
No, I've still got because I'm basically somebody's grabbing the stream
right, okay.
And putting it onto Facebook. I'm a wee bit.
Right. You're a wee bit behind.
A wee bit behind.
So it'll be interesting to see what the Scotland manager. Be interesting. And Spain are going to make a change.
We could get a surprise here. Scotland could come out and be ultra attacking. You know what I mean? Go and take this game. Go take the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
Realise, like, are we going to see this game out playing this way? Are we going to be able to see it right through? Or are Spain going to make that breakthrough? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like you, Baz, right? I'm a fan of offensive, attacking, exciting football. So I would like to see us come out and take the bull by the horns and go for the game in the second half.
Go for it, and then just say to Spain, look, we're top of the group. Bully them a bit. Do you know, bully the Spanish a bit.
Aye.
See if they can play.
Lean on them. A bit of physicality and about
because it is a young Spanish team. I mean, Spain is a nation for the football. After refs, Gales and Baz, refs took a bribe from Spain. They didn't. He's never took a bribe from Spain. It's no Scottish football. Right, so Spain are about to kick off. And there's no change in the formation at all. 5-3-2.
I see that we're trying to do that. I see we're trying to, well, if we were in possession of the ball, then it looks like we're going to change up to the 4-4-2.
It looks as if it looks as if he might try and play 2 up front.
That's what I was looking at. Baz, you know what I mean? I'm like, right, that looks a bit more positive. And actually, we'll drop them off when the Spanish are in possession. We'll drop them off into the 1.
I wonder if he's changed.
1-3-5 or whatever we're doing now. You know what I mean? My maths deceives me at this current moment. There you go. We look like we're looking to overlap in the wide areas.
That's it. That's a bit of I'm a bit ahead of you, Baz. No type none. That's all right, Brian. Cheers for that. Just
if anything happens, then Brian, right? Let us react. Don't type in the chat first, even though if Scotland go up and score an overhead kick, we want to hear it and you want to share it. You know what I mean? Let my man Baz react to it.
Yeah, they've changed the formation. They're not playing. They're not playing 5 at the back now.
I'm surprised we've not had 55 shots off target because Ryan Christie is on the field. You know what I mean?
We even had 1 shot off target. Never mind, we even had a shot. But it's good to see that he's changed the formation.
Yeah. See, if we get one nose ahead in this game, then that's a lot more resolute. You know what I mean? Rather than just defending the 0-0.
I mean, he's obviously saying, like, can we win this game? I think we can, because the Spanish team isn't that. It's not the team that it used to be.
No, it certainly is not. And we can certainly get at them. We certainly have players of quality in areas. I know you say Robertson's off there. He's got the old Kyogo injury, the old shoulder.
Yeah.
So, and watching us play now, we seem to be maintaining possession and looking to break forward, which is a lot better.
Yeah. Spain try to hit. You can pump them
Spain
to
look to be, they're trying to up the tempo as well, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Hopefully this serves to be a more entertaining second half than the first half.
They must have told somebody to come out of the midfield at some point, to come out of defence to go to a 4, but then when Spain are on the attack, get back into formation.
I dropped back in.
Because they went back to the 5.
Yeah,
I'm loving that. I'm loving the one and only Scotland flag just off the halfway line at the bit where the players come out. So that's obviously somebody that's got Spanish residency that's got into the Spanish end.
Yeah. Well, there's no animosity between the national sides, is there? You know what I mean?
That's
having the support mixed, and okay, the Spanish police are a different story, but having the support mixed in that, it's quite a friendly atmosphere.
To be fair, it's just the Guardia Civil that are just a law unto themselves. Spanish having a shot, that's way over. But it's another shot.
Yes. That's what we need to do, start asking a couple of questions. That's what it looks like we're coming out today here.
Yeah.
A long punt forward, route one football, and then get up and press it. Certainly, you're not going to be able to, for the first half and the way things were escalating, and I know that the Spanish were going to go in at half time and hear the score between Norway, and know they had to come out and find the result.
They've got to come out, because as it stands in the group, I mean, the score is still 1-0 in Norway, but Norway are on 10 points as well.
Yeah.
How come?
Realistically, you're going to expect. I'm glad that the managers expected that. I'm glad that you set a team up to maybe come out a bit more and give them more to think about here.
There's something that you don't see too often: a goal difference of 0. Which is bizarre considering that they've only won 2 games, but they've goals for 8, goals against 8. Goal difference 0 in their third. You could be Cyprus, goal difference -16. -16. Brian, first half was murder to watch. With pace on the bench to hit them on the counter later in the game. Who do you bring on off that bench? Where is that team?
For me, that's not a free kick either, you know what I mean? What is that? In this man's sport of football, leaning on a player with your arm and your hand outstretched and he falls down, free kick, that is just, you know what I mean? You wouldn't see that in the women's game, Baz, you know what I mean?
You should try watching Spanish football on a weekly basis. He's got his hand out, so it's they're trying to
insinuate obstruction, maybe, you know what I mean? But then it looked like he was beating them for pace anyway. That's the full reason the winger went down. You've got to rely on referees in this situation to show a bit of understanding of the actual game. You know what I mean? Referees who have played the game are obviously better because they understand that.
Yeah.
Sheesh. A well worked free kick.
So you ahead of me?
Yeah, I just seen him stutter on the stutter like he kicked deliberately and then get in the back post. Well worked free kick.
That's me just seeing it. That was unlucky, because I tell you one thing, it was he gets a connection to that. It's only going doing one thing, and it's going in the back of the net.
Yeah,
Scotland are living. He was offside anyway. Would have been offside surely.
Calling me Shirley.
Still no 51 minutes 11.
Still, we've seen this time and time before with Scotland. You try to be resolute. As I say, I'm glad we've come out and we look like we're going to come out. We look like we're going to come out and play in the second half. I've not actually seen it happen. I've not seen us do it yet, but
definitely sitting at 4 at the back there. Offside. Scotland have changed a bit and going to go for the high press, it seems now. Surely he's changed it due to the fact that in an attacking sense, they're not managing to break us down, which is good from a Scotland point of view.
Oh, it's a penalty to Rangers, Baz.
I haven't even got that yet. There's the ball.
You'll see it now, mate. You'll see it. I don't mean to comment on it before you're even seen it. You know what I mean, legend?
Oh.
Sorry. I'm telling Brian
How can,
Morris.
how can Christie fall in the box like that? He just needs to... He
needs to control that with his thigh, bro, and then lash it into the back of the net.
Christie taking it by the ball.
Yeah.
Christie taking it by the ball. The dog's sitting looking at me because I've not ate this pastry.
The dog's wanting your pastry, mate.
No.
Maybe Christie fell out his laces. Exactly, Brian, mate. Christie's the kind of boy who could be... He get took out with a wind floater, wouldn't he? You know what I mean?
That stadium's a bit like Hampden, with that stupid track around it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spanish will be going, never mind it being a really rubbish ground, and you're miles away from the game, but the game itself has pretty been boring. The Spanish media are going to have a field day with this.
Yeah. So you put a green screen up as well, Baz, right? You can see the shadows of people behind me.
That's because you've got the lights on behind it.
I can tell that's my daughter, you know what I mean, mate? Coming in with her bun in her hair, like a steamer just floating about the background. My kitchen. She says it's not her. It's not me.
It's not me. Right, the pastry's done. Finally.
What are you drinking, Baz?
It's like an isotonic drink that they sell over here.
Like a sports drink?
Yeah, it's like a sports drink. But
I'm on the Carling.
Yeah. It has everything for replenishing your
electrolytes. Yeah, your essential salts.
They do but they do a sugar-free one also.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also sugar-free, so...
Oh, it's hot when you're Baz. You know what I mean?
Is that? You need to... you need to keep them...
-7 were last time, mate. All the time. You know what I mean?
It's -7. The temperature here tonight, and where it'll probably be roughly the same temperature where down in Seville, it's currently still 21 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only going to go down to 16 degrees during the night.
That's my bag of Brendan cans, Brian, mate. That's what I got there. I get a weekly payment just for living in Ibrox. My man Brendan comes in with a bag of cans for me. He's like, well done, son. Keep up the good work.
Well done, son. Right. It's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow. Jesus, that's unseasonably warm. Like, about 3 or 4 degrees. It's going to be 30 degrees here tomorrow.
Yeah. I've got the hand of God at the side as well, mate. Reaching in for stuff.
God.
Like I say, mate, we seem to be defensively solid. You know what I mean? Really, you've got that kind of platform to build for.
Yep, I know.
Build into the game.
But just
not taking advantage of it. We seem to be like, as you say, when we get the ball, as somebody says in the comments as well, why is it when they get the ball in possession, they look terrified? Yeah. Yep. Nobody wants to embarrass the nation. Nobody wants to lose the ball. Nobody wants to be that player. So I can understand that pressure, but they must have adjusted to that pressure over the course of their career. There's no young boys playing for Scotland here anyway, is it? You know what I mean?
No, not anymore. The average age of that team. Hendry's better be one of the younger ones in the team.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Hickey will be he's the youngest.
I think Hickey was the one I actually seen for the left hand. He's playing left back, isn't he? He's the one who's actually transitioning up.
Cheers for that, Paul. Cheers for that. I'll be doing a video in the morning, and I'm not going to do a live at night.
Yeah, you're taking the night off, my man. Are you going to go out for a drink, or what are you going to do for your birthday?
I had a drink last night, and I usually get drunk about twice a year, and that was my night for getting drunk. And
is that one of them? Yeah,
that was one of them. It was a totally random night, but because it was a holiday today, The Spanish tend to go out the night before the holiday. It's weird. It was a holiday. It's a holiday today, right? But they'll take Friday off as well, and then they basically have a long weekend. All the Costas, most of the resorts done Costa Blanca and everything, as like the Benidorm, and they're all at capacity. They're all full this weekend.
All full.
Spanish heading to the coast.
That was one thing I seen when I was in Tarragona was Spanish families taking holiday at this time of year.
Yeah,
and they did holiday within their own country. They didn't need to go further afield.
2-0 Norway, Paul saying.
2-0 Norway now.
2-0 Norway. So that it doesn't make a change to the standings in the group, but what it does do is it gives Spain that little bit of urgency. Good old Google hasn't updated it yet.
We've got a wee free kick here, Baz, on the edge of the area.
Yep.
Just need to pump this into the danger area. You know what I mean?
Spain's had 11 shots. Scotland still haven't had one shot at goal. Like, come on, Scotland, do something with this. It would be an ideal time. You're kidding, Lon.
Interim, son.
So I'm about a minute behind. He's just going to kick it now. Oh, for goodness sake! Right for the free kick.
And the Tartan Army go balmy, my man. Let's go.
Oh my God, man!
That's
what a cracker!
What a free kick, mate! Look at that.
What a free kick!
And that's what I was thinking about. Just rifle it into that danger area. You maybe get a deflection, but see, to put a score like that, to put it in half a post like that, it's just a thing of beauty.
Scotland, the things just wrote. Scotland scored for a free kick on the edge of the box. Scotland scored. Aye.
Listen to the shock.
Scotland are winning 1-0, and
you have every right to be shocked. The ref's coming across to the side here, Baz. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's a VAR review of this.
A VAR review? You're kidding on. You need to tell me what's going on because I've went offline again. He's a way to look at it.
As the free kick's hit, he's just taking a look at VAR. It seems to be legit to me. You know what I mean? No. I think the player sort of leans on the Spanish goalkeeper. Pushes him with one arm.
Kaiser.
So this
he's got his arm round him. He's got his.
This looks a bit dodgy.
Henry's pushing the boy. I don't know, like.
VAR review.
Come on.
VAR review, mate. But you know, goal stands, Baz.
Goal stands. Is it? Perfect.
Let's go.
The keeper doesn't move. He's no touching the keeper. Do you know what I mean? Yes.
He just seems, he seems to push the keeper with that outstretched
arm.
Nah,
he's got his arm up like that, but the keeper, if the keeper goes down and makes a melee at it, it's called off. It's called off. Get in.
Let's go.
Get in. That's a crap. If I tell you one thing.
No,
I don't know if actually.
I think he's ruled it out, mate.
He's ruled it off?
Yeah, he's ruled it off because of the shove. So back to nothing each. That's hellish. There didn't look to be much in that at all, but you can't put your arms out and infringe on the goalkeeper, you know what I mean, my man? For me, that was a goal. That goal stands. But for this referee, he's obviously took a look at
it. That's Henry. That's Henry. Said that the first half. Henry had his arms around players and everything, and he could have given a penalty away in the Scotland end.
Oh, right, I get you. There you go.
Corner to Spain.
That's it. That's what we needed in all, Baz. That was a shot in the arm. Maybe this will be the shot in the arm that Scotland they need, even with the VAR ruling it out. You know what I mean?
But then what it also does is it gives Spain that little kick up. Oh.
Really surprised at that refereeing decision. You know what I mean? At that VAR decision. And at the same time, there is no need for the player to put his arm out there.
No need for him. But the keeper, it doesn't. For me, was it the foul on the keeper? Was it the foul on the keeper, or was it the one where it had to be the keeper?
It had to be. That's what I'm thinking anyway, mate.
I mean, I've not got the audio. I've not got.
Sorry, Baz.
I've not got audio.
I've not got the audio on it. You know what I mean, mate? Because I'm speaking to you. I've got it turned down. But like, I can't hear whether it's maybe his foot was offside. You know what VAR's like nowadays. His foot was offside, or
see the Spanish are coming forward on numbers now, like.
My stream went down. Don't give us it. Come on.
Right, come on, Scotland. I think we're that used to watching Scotland over the last 20 years and having that hard luck story. We have to remember that we're actually sitting top of the group.
Exactly.
And that's that's the weirdest thing, because normally you would be sitting and you're going, right, it's the same old Scotland, same old hard luck Scotland story, but we're top of the group. So, I mean, a draw still does us. A draw does us.
Exactly, my man.
But you just get that feeling. I mean, the Spanish are just running rings around us now.
My stream just went down, my man, so I'm trying to find another one that's working.
Spain are just knocking the ball a bit outside our box.
Yeah, got it back up here.
Perfect.
Spanish maintaining possession.
Right.
With that side-to-side football, we're so fond of.
That side-to-side football that gets slated in Scotland. And it's like, well, now you can understand.
I did speak about that as well, Baz, right? See, leading into that game at Mordor, when we were playing the Seth Colvins, I did speak about that side-to-side football and how that would serve us better in Europe.
3-0 Norway.
Yeah, 3-0 Norway are running rampant now.
3-0 Norway. That's going to be some game on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually, what time's it on Sunday, I wonder?
Yeah, actually, it's for that. We're just not retaining the ball now as well, mate. No. It's just very much attack against defence. Spanish are coming out looking to... Well, we've signalled our intent, haven't we? We should be 1-0 up, in my opinion, but we are not.
Should we? We're not. Every single player in the Scotland half, again, it's not as bad as the first half. The stats have to have improved, surely. Spain have had 12 shots.
Seen their crossings pretty wasteful, you know what I mean? They're not really picking a man out, which I'm delighted with. Keep that up, Spain.
Henry's going to cost us.
See this player rolling about the ground holding his face, mate. You're like, come on, get your ladyboy self up. What did they do? Damage your moustache. Off the ground.
He's the double the guy that was sitting in the restaurant this afternoon across from me. The guy that's just came off.
Yeah.
Same.
Used to slide tackled on Baz, just in case it was him.
Just in case it was him. Spain are sitting on 13 shots on goal. Scotland, they're saying I've had no shots on goal, even though they've
had was a free kick. You know what I mean? That we scored.
Yeah. Passing accuracy, and the possessions got a bit more. It's down to 76% possession for Spain.
And we're more in the fight.
We're just slating Spanish players for taking a dive easy, and Dykes went down pretty easy there. Like he said. Back to playing 5 at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, the wee Spanish commentator wasn't commentating on this game, and then he just piped in all of a sudden. And I was like, "Whoa, what's that?"
Oh, you should hear this. You should hear Spanish radio for the football. Oh my goodness, Brian was saying, evening, very boys. The Spanish radio when the goals go in, it's honestly they go absolutely bonkers on the radio. It's hilarious. No, they go nuts. They go absolutely nuts. Every single player in the Scotland halves. I mean, Scotland are just defending for their lives here.
Having this wee mic set up, mate, where I can just touch it to mute it it's ideal.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Where did you get that from?
I bought it online for when I was gaming, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the Steam. I've got a Stream Deck as well that plays sound effects and stuff like that, you know what I mean, Baz? But I need to set it up correctly so the sounds come through the mics, and then when I'm on things like this, the sounds would still work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a bit of sad music and that when we can see that goal, you know?
A bit of sad music. I can't see. I mean, it's going to take something special for Spain to score.
I don't seem to have the penetration to break us down.
No.
But they are going for it now, firmly. Coming into the 70th minute on my screen, Baz.
69-12 on mine. So I'm about 50 seconds behind you.
Yeah, about 50 seconds, mate, maximum. Which, obviously, you watch a game whatever way you can watch it. There's delay everywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
How they can charge you for a live product when you never receive a live product is hilarious to me, mate.
No.
I mean, I sit here, Baz, right? See when we're playing it over there at Snake Mountain, I can sit here and I can hear the crowd.
You can hear the crowd.
Aye, so if anything that happens, I can hear the crowd going mental. But obviously, when we score, I can also hear the silence. If you know what I mean, mate? I can hear the silence. Such is the difference.
Scotland are just sitting back again. But do you know what? It is what it is. If they get the result,
that's it, mate. If it's no broad,
that matters.
It's been slightly more exciting this half. We've had something to talk about here. We've had the free kick, the contentious decision. Well, we see it as contentious, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Spanish now bringing it forward, really retaining possession. That was just demolished that player there. Pick your pride up in that sideline, son. Spanish, mate, they look very creative. There's good pace.
Yeah. But that, I mean, the way that the Spanish are playing football, that's the way that they play football. I mean, that's cross. I mean, just kicking it out for. We're not even. We're not even we're not even trying to move forward. I mean, you'd be as well taking Dykes off as a player.
Right, exactly, and adding another defender, mate.
He's doing absolutely. I mean, to be fair, he's not even getting the ball, and then when he does, he's no one. He headed. I mean, he just headed the ball forward there, knowing there was no Scotland player there.
Exactly.
It's nuts.
If we did have like really pacey options off the bench to try and hit on the break, you know what I mean? Then, but it looks like we're trying to encamp and then win our way up the pitch.
Aye, we're just trying to play for this 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we did get that shot. I mean, was it a cross, or did they actually mean the goal? Did they actually mean it?
I would say he was trying to like cross it to that danger area, but as when you hit it like that, you know what I mean. It's whipped into that back post area.
Yeah.
No need for the need for the attacker to have his arms out and be even touching the keeper whatsoever. And if he wasn't, then sorry, mate, you carry on.
Spain will probably get a penalty.
yeah. If they were wearing blue, you know what I mean, Paul?
Yeah.
That's the most uttered phrase in world football, penalty to Rangers.
Is it true that the Scottish bookies have actually stopped taking bets on that?
I think so, mate, yeah.
Flip's sake. Only in Scotland.
Christ.
Oh, you're joking, man.
Yep.
I told you that number 7. I said that the first half.
Just broke through there as it looks, mate. Spanish have broke the deadlock. A cross ball to the right-hand side and finished off in the middle. Morata, I think, is the Spanish number 7.
Yeah.
He come in and puts the heat on it, directs it into the net.
You've got to say, when you look at the stats, I mean, it's been coming. Yeah, Lorna Gallagher's at the house. You still watching Lorna? Cheers. I know it is typical. Vamos. There's no offside. It was a good run for him, to be fair. But Hendry's the player that gets caught sleeping. He runs right past Hendry. I told you, Hendry, man.
The player in front of him, Hendry, I believe it is, mate, who's caught sleeping. I always tell you in football, if you can see the player's number, then it's your mistake. But also the defender behind him who's just pointing. Partly 2 men sitting there behind him just pointing and doesn't go to meet it or make a challenge. But what could he do at that stage? Now we need to come out. If we seek to get in for this,
he needs to change. He will have to change his tactics now.
Which for me is a welcome change. You know what I mean, Baz? Because I hate that anti-football. I hate sitting in and being defensive like that.
If we tried a bit more, do you know what I mean? I mean, they've seen the change in the second half. The only fear is now that we're going to push forward and try and get something. And a Spanish team on.
And that's so often we see that story every week in the SPFL when that team's sitting in camp. We hit them for one and then they need to come out and play and we end up getting the second inevitably.
Scotland player goes down. I didn't think that was a foul, to be honest. But we get it. Christie.
And the player just runs into the back of him, realistically. I don't know why he's holding the back of his head. Maybe the fact that he's going down, he wants to ensure that the play stops. Players, they tend to do that because the ref needs to stop the game for a head injury. So they instinctively grab their head, not this.
Yeah, I know. Oh, gutted.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one to take.
Especially when you've seen how good our free kick was. 4-0 Norway. 4-4-2 Diamond. We've changed to now, says Brian. Should we have played that for the start?
We certainly seem to be more of an offensive threat here since we conceded. We said we're coming forward, we're winning things.
No.
They're saying it's offside, Baz. That's what I'm seeing here on screen is the goal's been ruled off for offside rather than the infringement on the keeper.
So the player that was touching the keeper was offside.
Yeah. When the free kick was struck,
there it just came up.
His right boot basically is offside.
So it is.
And see, when I see VAR at this level and in other countries, I never really question it the way I question it when I see it here in Scotland because it's hilarious here, mate. You know what I mean?
That's a shambles.
They draw the lines on the park with Jumbo Crayola. You know what I mean? The lines like this thick.
Draw with a squiggly pen. Let's get some of the comments. It's obviously 4-0 in Norway. So, what does that do? The group of Spain have had 14 shots in total, 2 on target. The possession for Scotland has went up slightly. It's at 24%. Spain passes. Spain have had 510 passes so far. 90% pass accuracy. As the group, because Scotland are winning, it's back to the old season. You only get 2 points. 2 points for a win.
How does that affect the group then, as it stands now, Baz? Do you know that?
Scotland are on 15 points because they were obviously drawn. So Scotland are on 15 points, Spain are on 12 points, and Norway are on 10 points. So then it comes, I mean, Spain are looking that they've got to win this game and Sunday.
Yeah.
And you can only see one winner now. I mean, I'm on 77 minutes 45. And I mean, Scotland are pushing. Why didn't Scotland play like this the first half? I mean, they're pushing up now. It's a better game of football. They're pushing right up against the Spanish players.
Yeah, it actually looks like it's more contended game of football now, mate.
Yeah.
And here comes a couple of changes coming on. I believe Armstrong is coming on.
Taking Christie off then.
Yeah. And Dykes is coming off as well.
Oh, there's no surprise with that one.
He looks spent, even though he hasn't really done much, in my opinion, as an attacker. But yeah, he is a big, cumbersome looking lad, isn't he?
Yep. But is he top class? Not really, is he?
No.
In the grand scheme of things.
I wouldn't buy him on FIFA, Baz. You know what I mean?
No.
And that's on FIFA.
And that's on FIFA. Gee, it's about a half mile out to the flipping side of the ground, isn't it? For the bench. The Scotland manager's just
sharp by the time he gets to the bench.
Gus was like, oh, Jesus, I need a pie. See, Scotland
are again Spanish retaining possession.
This retaining possession, but it's great football to watch. From a Scotland point of view, we're defending further up the pitch and we're trying to break them down. But when you've got players that can pass the ball like the Spanish do,
right, ref, put a stop to that.
What time are you on? I'm on 79:47.
Just hit 80, mate. Just hit 80 minutes. And the Spanish, they're not afraid to mix it up. You know what I mean, Baz? They've got a fiery tempers that they'll get involved.
Yep. $10 minutes left.
I wouldn't say they're quite well versed in the dark arts, the same as an Italian team. You know what I mean?
How long to go? Ask Paul. We've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes to go. Exactly. I'm on 80 minutes 22. Oh, it's a hard watch. And I feel devastated for the players. Man. We're getting ripped open. Come on, Scotland. Brian, I'm on 80-43 now. So, yeah, I'm probably about the same as you.
Even watching that replay again there, Baz, right?
Yep.
It gets a toe to the ball and diverts it towards the keeper, but any other given day that goes on, slides under the keeper, or you get a good contact and it goes over the keeper, but he's just on the pitch as well. That's his first touch of the ball, I think. But yep, certainly we're doing a lot more going forward here.
Yep. Changing they had to come out in attack mode, and if this loss, I'm going to blame this on the manager and the tactics.
Of course.
We could have. Of course. I mean, as an attacking force now, we look as if we're giving them a decent game. But wait until the 80th minute, wait until the 75th minute to change the tactics and then go and try and win a game. You're like, come on, mate. I'm a minute and a half ahead. It is Brian. I'm on 81-47 now. Corner's just coming in for Scotland.
I don't know if that's our first corner of the game.
I think so, I think it is. I'll tell you now with the stats.
Certainly, where was this Scotland, you know what I mean, for the past?
I know.
70 minutes, you know what I mean?
They've changed it to one shot on target and one shot in total to Scotland. Corners, we've had one corner. So yeah, that was Scotland's first corner of the game. I mean, that on its own, do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable.
Fucking hell, man. Don't know if that was a defensive touch there. Yeah.
Jesus.
Second corner of the game here, Baz. I'm on.
You're on the second corner.
Oh, it's a throw. It's a throw in for the other side. That is some of the critical thinking of some of these players. You really question, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the defender getting there in front of Armstrong. I thought that was Armstrong just hitting a shot, and I was like, "What was that? That was somewhere in the top sections that are empty." You know what I mean?
We've had a few shots now. Yeah, we have had a few shots now. It has updated. We've had 3 shots we've had 3 shots in total. We waited 80 minutes to get 3 shots. The stats are looking slightly, but see, then there's a change in the stats already. I mean, Scotland have went up to 25% possession. Bringing off your captain, that's a hard one. Oof, you'll not be happy.
Getting Spain a couple manager of replays being of the Spanish goal.
Yeah.
You've got to look at that run. Mate. It's a good cross.
Number 7.
That run.
That number 7. I said that the first half. I said he's got the runs that he was making the first half. Dangerous player.
He just cut us open there, and the finish was excellent. Don't know what happened there. A bit of confusion at the back here, Baz, mate. You're going to be pulling teeth when you see this.
Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus. Thank goodness for that.
Still very much in the game, you know what I mean? It's
still in the game, but time is running out. It's leaving it too late. I mean, if we'd played like this the whole game, there would have been more chances getting a couple more shots on target. I mean, going into the last 10 minutes of the game and only getting 3 shots in the last 10 minutes. When you had a chance, you've got a chance.
Spot on, mate. I'm of the same thinking, of the same lines. Your best attack is a good offense. Coming out and taking the forward foot in this game and putting the Spanish under pressure would have been the way to go for me. Obviously, I understand doing that, you leave yourself open to a creative team like this. But sitting back and just defending, as I say,
positional play-wise, we're playing a lot better this half in the last 10 minutes since he changed the formation. Positional play is a lot better. Scotland players are actually looking as if they're actually wanting the ball to try and go forward. Oh, Jesus, imagine slipping there.
For
fuck's sake.
That's it, mate. I don't even know, like, this player here, man. Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously, mate, that's calamitous. Calamitous.
But we did say, do you know what I mean? They get the first one and you change the formation. The Scotland player slips.
Defender tries to cut it out. I think our own defender actually slides it into the net, mate.
That's criminal at that level. It is. It's a Scotland player. It's an own goal. Yep, it's an own goal.
And defender does well to get in there and try and cut that out. It has gone straight to the Spanish player, but the keeper.
But then that's what you do. You're pressing. I mean, we see it week in, week out. You press for the front. You know what I mean? We weren't pressing for the front the first half at all. 2-0. 2-0 Scotland. But we are still top of the group. Let's talk it up. Talk it up. It is 2-0. I mean, we're still on 15 points. Every chance that we're still top the group come the end of the campaign, I would have thought.
I think being defensively resolute, and I think at 2-0 right now, that is flattering to the Spanish. Although you look at the stats of the game and see how many shots in that
game. Yeah, I mean, they're sitting on 16 shots, 4 on target. I mean, it's looking a bit more reasonable possession-wise, but it's the Spanish are down to 75% possession. But then when you look at the passes, they've had 564 passes. Scotland have had 194.
Yeah.
And their passing accuracy, pass accuracy is only at 67%. That says it all.
Yeah, that's woeful.
That's
you know what I mean?
Terrible for this level. I mean, the Spanish passing accuracy is at 90%.
Watching the game up to this stage, but you know what I mean, Baz, I'm like, all right, it was defensive. It was like pulling teeth.
Yes.
Well, we were sat back in there.
Yeah.
We did have the free kick that, for me, right, that goal should have stood. But if it is offside or whatnot, fair enough. You can't really grumble with that.
It's definitely offside.
And then coming out for there and trying to play football and try to go chase the game because we went a goal behind. I said it, you said it, mate. As soon as your team comes out like that, we see it week in, week out in the SPFL when teams try to doggedly defend against our team. As soon as we get one in and they come out,
you leave yourself out. Leave it. Yep. I mean, there's two Scotland players defending right up against their defence. We've never done that the first half at all. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Clarke has to take the blame for the result. He takes the plaudits for the wins.
Of course.
And he'll probably turn around and say, look, we played the exact same way against Spain in Glasgow and we got the result. And Spain did say at the time it wasn't football that Scotland played.
Of course, this just vindicates everything they said from that first game. Yep. You know what I mean?
It's a bit yellow card. It's a blatant. That was blatant. That
he just checks the player. Just taking one for the team, halting that attack. That's what good players do.
But exactly, and especially at this stage of the game. I mean, if he'd got past him, he's on a run.
Shoulder to shoulder as well. You know what I mean, Baz? I'm for a day in football where shoulder to shoulder. That's just a contention of strength. You know what I mean? But this day and age, it's very different, isn't it?
Aye. Yep. 5 minutes extra time. Come on, Scotland. Oh, jeez. Right, come on. Free kick comes in. Never do that. Oh, Jesus God. It's never a penalty. Henry's trying to get a penalty.
What is he saying? He's been pulled back. The header back across the area is a good header. Spanish player is holding his arm, but lets him go. Yep. We just don't get those kind of decisions. You know what I mean? But they always seem to go against us. But yeah, we just don't get those kind of...
It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. Nah. Makes a meal out of it.
Yep, 100%. Seen the replay for a different angle there as well, mate. Aye. I'm like, I see a wee bit of holding, but the player lets go of him.
Yep.
Just makes a meal out of it.
Even a bad pass looks good for Spain. I mean, that pass was behind the player. So even a bad pass looks good. You see a pass like that in the SPFL and the player's running back about 10, 15 yards to get the ball.
With some of the players in the SPFL, mate, every pass is an adventure, innit?
Come on, what is he doing there? That's just... Spain will just pass it about now.
Exactly. Good game management.
The job done as far as Spain are concerned. Yeah. Scotland are completely up against it. I mean, like, the fullbacks are pushing up. We've got the two defenders.
Yeah, one thing, well there, mate. Spot on. Clarke played hoping for a 0-0 draw.
Yep, he did that.
Spot on. That's what it looks like, definitely.
He did that.
And as Baz says himself, if you're going to accept the plaudits when you win, you need to accept the criticism when you lost.
Yeah, you can't sit back and allow a team as many. I mean, look at the first minute should have been the first minute and a half when Spain managed to break. They were going to play right on the back line of that defence. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if that one, this could have been a cricket score. I mean, we're lucky it wasn't 3-0 the first half.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. And if Spain did score one early as well, Scotland may have forced to have changed tactically and come out and played. We might have seen a lot more entertaining game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, the players are playing to the manager's criteria. I think he sets out the stall, he sets out the tactics, he comes with a game plan. Spanish just
the players just pass it with such ease, man.
Even the keeper, mate. Even the keeper's comfortable in possession.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Look at him.
Aye. Could you imagine Joe Hart doing that?
my heart would be in my mouth, mate, if Big Joe was doing that. See, what I always notice about Big Joe when he's got the ball as well, mate, right? He turns his body to the way he's going to pass the ball and never passes it any other way. So it's like, I'm like, just don't do it, Joe. Just put your laces for it. Just stick to old-timey goalkeeping, what you're good at.
That's it. Outside us, what is the score in the other game? Can't be right. The Norway game's finished. Norway game's finished. And the Norway game is done. So they're on 10 points. Spain are on 12. Interesting one, because obviously Spain drew their first game.
Yeah. This Norway and Spain game then at the weekend is going to be blockbuster, mate. That's where the fireworks will be.
Aye, yep.
And as you say, with Scotland being on, what is it, 15 points?
15 points, yeah.
The close of the game, just there, mate. Scotland on 15 points there at this group. We still look to be doing really well with qualification, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Irrespective of our performances before, I think we have performed really well. I think Norway will feel disappointed that Scotland didn't do them any favours tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them coming out and getting a result. But very much I'm looking forward to this game now. This Spain and Norway game, because that'll be blockbuster.
I'm gonna watch that this weekend. Definitely going to watch that this weekend. It's done and dusted now, but
if you need a sidekick, mate, don't you hesitate. Give me a shout.
No worries. I don't know if I'll do a live for it. I'll see.
I'll be your Robin to your Batman. No problem at all.
Feel gutted for the Scotland fans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was the pictures that I was getting sent today. It was amazing. They looked as if they were in fine form. But it's the same old Scotland, isn't it? This is why I pretty much stopped watching Scotland games years ago, because it was always results like this.
For me, growing up and watching Scotland, Baz, mate, we were always glorious failures. We would beat Holland and go down to Georgia and things like that. You know what I mean?
But the thing is when I was growing up, we were at the World Cup and every World Cup. Do you know what I mean? For 78 onwards, it was a fun. It was always, you knew Scotland were going to play in the World Cup. It was as simple as that. But then from 98 onwards, it's just we've been in the wilderness, completely in the wilderness of international football when it comes to the national team. And a lot of people say, well, do you know, the SPFL from 98 onwards went downhill dramatically. Do you know, the top league in Scotland went downhill dramatically, but well, we all know what happened from 98 onwards. So that's disappointing. It is disappointing.
It's a one to take for the Scottish fans out there.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're all pretty much squished and having a good time, regardless.
Cheap beer. They'll sort them out, but they look devastated.
We do tend to have a good time wherever we go.
Yeah. disappointing into the evening.
Yes, it is, my man. Sorry about the noise
But
my wee boy's making here. He's
no,
been very.
don't worry about it. Don't
I
worry
don't know
about
if
it
you
at
can
all.
hear him coming across there,
Yeah.
mate. Just in case you can, he's shouting and bawling back. Yeah,
I could I could hear him.
brutal, mate. I've usually get a noise gate on as
Oh,
well, and the noise gate stops it
yeah.
happening. So like, but not, I can hear him.
We were in a restaurant at lunchtime this afternoon, and there was a young kid, and he was going, the tablecloths over here, the sort of wee clips that hold the tablecloths in. He was going around every table stealing these things off, and his dad was going around and having to replace them, and he was just
Put him back on.
he was just being, and I think it was his granddad was sitting there going, just what's going on with this kid? Yes.
Mate, as I said before, Baz, I don't know if I said to you before, my wee boy is autistic and non-verbal, but he does make a lot of noise, you know what I mean? He'll verbally stim, but I just take it as water off a duck's back. When I take him anywhere and that, people, it's like an invisible disability. People look at him, he looks like an atypical normal child, but then he'll start his own brand of having a good time, you know what I mean, mate? And it's water off a duck's back to me. He's the apple in my eye, you know what I mean?
Aye, that's it. You just got to let kids be kids.
That's
At the end of the day.
just the way it is, isn't it, mate? You know what I mean?
That's it. Anyway, back to football. We'll get. I think when you look at the way that we played the first half, I mean, let's look at this the stats now that the game has finally finished. Spain had 18 shots on goal. They had 5 shots on target. They had 75% possession, which is good for Scotland point of view, because the first half, Spain were on 81% possession. Scotland obviously only had the 4 shots on target. The 4 shots came after the 80th minute. They had 4 shots, and 1 on target. 25% possession. Spain had 636 passes. Scotland had 232. Passing accuracy for Scotland never got any better. It was still 68% come the end of the game. An interesting one is Spain give away 15 fouls. Which, when you think of the possession wise, that's a lot of fouls to give away when you've got all that possession.
It's actually a wonder that we get in at half time at nothing each. You know what I mean? As I say, is having that defensive display and a good platform to build from. Then we came out and we looked a bit more expansive in the second half. Formation looked like it was tweaked a little bit. Pushing forward, we won the free kick.
Yeah.
We got the goal, got chopped off. Spanish really kicked into high gear then and just blew us away. As simple as that. It just came out and just blew us away.
I mean, the fact it took them to 73 minutes to score the first goal, and then the next one's on 86 minutes. I mean, for us, that looks good on paper, but the reality is, sitting that far back the first half. I mean, the manager, Paul was right. Paul Beard said the manager was playing for 0-0. And it's you've got to be a really, really good team to manage a game like that and get that 0-0 draw. You can't have them having as many shots as what they did. The law of averages tells you that it's there's only going to be one winner in that game on that
these stats and that performance.
On these stats, aye. So full time in the group. Like you say, the game at the weekend with Norway and Spain, that's going to be a cracker, because then if Norway win, that's them on 12 points also. Do we want Norway to win?
I don't know what way for that point, if both of them finish on the same points, I don't know if it comes down to performance versus each other. I don't know what way they cut it this time, you know what I mean, mate?
No idea.
I'm not stayed up to date with it.
Let's try and find the group. UEFA qualifiers. Here we've got Scotland. And we'll just see exactly group updates. I mean, even you go to the European UEFA.com, and they've got it. I mean, they've actually got us playing 5 at the back. Do you know what I mean? It is the formation we went 5-4-1. Dykes up front himself. 5 minutes. That's not what I want. The group. View all standings. Fixtures. Where's fixtures? Match info. Stats. Match info. Don't want groups. They didn't make their site very user-friendly, UEFA, sometimes, don't they?
No, they do not, bro.
The
They leave you
site's
milling through it and
terrible,
try to
man.
figure it out yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's just the groups. I'm wanting games. Jesus. Matches. That'll be previous matches. So it's not going to give you fixtures. Matches. Results and fixtures. We'll go see if we can get some. Norway 4-0. Man United guy scores 2. Man City, sorry. Highlander. What is he called?
Highlander.
Aye. He scored 2. It's October, 13th of October, Scotland. Netherlands, France, Republic Ireland play on Friday also. They play Greece Sunday. Ukraine play Northern Ireland, Macedonia, San Marino, Bulgaria. 16th is friendlies. You've got to go through day by day. It doesn't give you the group and then give you the fixtures. What an awkward sight. Right, let's just leave that alone. Anyway, yeah, we're down to 3-4 con. Thanks for joining me tonight. That was interesting, to say the least. The first half.
No problem, bro.
The first half was a complete nightmare of a game of football to watch.
Yeah.
Second half only got interesting once he changed the tactics. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, bro. I was just going to say there, I'm just going to cut out. My wee boy is just getting a wee bit.
No, that's something. I'm just
wrapping
him up anyway. That's done. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on another channel.
Yeah, definitely, legend. Perfect. Anytime. Thanks for having me. Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here as well. Coming in.
Thanks to everybody that watched. I don't know who's still on. Lorna, Paul, cheers for watching along. It wasn't a bit more exciting for us because it was absolute rubbish. Let's face it, it was a rubbish result for the way we played the first half. But then, it is what it is. It is what it is, and I could take that down because it didn't finish Spain 0 Scotland. Now, if it had finished that, we would have been absolutely loving it.
I would have been happy with that.
I know, right? I'm not even going to update that. Right, I'll catch you later on, and
legend.
Have a great day, everyone.